Hey guys, it's Tristan. So today I'm basically going to be doing like a little story time video kind of like I'm going to be doing my coming out story and like how it affected my life and what basically happened when I came out to my family and just like advice I can give to you. So yeah, so basically when I was in 7th or 8th grade, I think, yeah, 7th or 8th grade, I went to a little like middle school, like in 6th grade, like 7th grade. I used to always be like faggot, like gay, like I used to get called that all the time, like, you know, like I'd be like, oh my god, I don't know what you're talking about, like I totally love girls, like I used to pretend, like, I used to ask girls out and like pretend to date them, but it didn't mean anything to me, like honestly, like I've kissed a girl before, it doesn't really affect me, and like it wasn't my thing, and I knew it wasn't, so I just felt like I needed to tell someone, and I told my best friend, I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm just gonna say B. So I told B that I basically said, you know, I think I like guys, and she goes, well, no shit, Sherlock, and we laughed about it, and this was in 8th grade, like, towards the end of the year, and I was, like, laughing with her. I was like, yeah, that's so funny, like, you knew, and she was like, yeah, I think everyone knows, and then I started to tell more and more people until I told the wrong person. She wasn't really a friend, I just kind of, like, talked to her, sometimes been like, oh, what's the answer to number 5, like, that type of friend, like, I just kind of, like, she was just kind of there, and like she'd kind of butt into our conversations, and that's how I talked to her. But other than that, not really. And one day she kind of overheard. She's like, "Oh my god, you're gay, and you're gay. Oh my god, you're gay." I was like, "Oh, yeah." And she was like, and then she decided to go on her phone. This is not a phone, by the way. This is my tablet. She decides to go on her phone and tweet about it. About it. She decides to go on Twitter and post that, oh my god, did y'all know Tristan's gay? He just told me. So then it kind of got around, like, within a day, the entire school knew, and that was not good. There was, of course, going to be homophobic people. I was so scared. Like, I was like, oh my god, is my mom going to find out? Like, this isn't good. Like, what do I do? Like, in class, people used to, like, throw paper at me. They used to like try to like beat me up in class. I've gotten jumped like twice for it, and this was before my parents even knew about it. And I'd like always say, like, you know, it's fine, like I could handle it. And it got to the point where I couldn't handle it, and it got really out of control really fast. And like people used to always come up to me and like just like do that to my face, and I wouldn't really understand what it meant until I went to the restroom one day, and they would put ink on their finger, like pen ink, and smear it all over my face, and they would like write on my face like faggot and stuff, and it was a really not good experience for me. And that shouldn't stop you from being who you are, and that just what made me the stronger person I am today. So I feel like if you do come out, like, you know, you're gonna go through a lot of shit, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. So one day I come home from school, and my mom sits me down, she has a talk with me, and I was like, well, what's up, like, you know, like, what are we talking about? She was like, you know, Tristan, the school called me and said you've been getting bullied a lot for this and this situation. I started crying. I was like, please don't kick me out. Like, I know, like, you're not going to love me anymore. And she started crying with me. Ooh. She started crying with me, and we both had, like, really good time. And she was like, you know, like, I still love you no matter what. Like, this isn't going to change who you are. Like, I completely support it 100%, and that's that. So then, like, my dad, I told him, and he didn't care either. He was like, I love you 100%, like, no matter what. Now, some of my family did not feel the same way, and decided to stop talking to me, some cousins, and a couple other relatives. So I'm not going to go into that. But, you know, just because they don't talk to me, like, if you're not going to accept me, I don't want you in my life. Because I am proud, hunty. Proud. Wear your pride on your... below the crown, wear your pride, okay? Like, just be who you are. Like, if you're gay and you're scared to come out to your parents, just tell a couple friends first, see how they react, and if you don't want to tell your parents, that's completely fine, and if you do, I completely support you. Like, you should go for it. Like, I feel like your parents have the right to know, but if you're very scared, I completely understand. Like, just wait a little, see how it goes. Like, you might want to say your bye first, and then they can maybe take it a little bit easier. Like, say you have a girlfriend, but you're thinking about guys. That is my advice. And, you know, like, when I came out, my mom just bought me Ben & Jerry's, and we cried, and then we watched Brokeback Mountain. It got really awkward, so I just kind of left, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing that ever again. So that's basically what happened. And, you know, like, a lot of people in my family don't support it because they're really old fashioned, but that doesn't mean that they don't love you. And I mean, like, sometimes you just have to understand, like, not everyone's gonna accept it. Like, you have to accept the fact that not everyone's gonna accept it. Like, that's so different. Like, to some people, like, a guy dating a guy, like, it just, like, the fact that it's just, like, so different to someone, it scares some people. So, like, you just have to, like, lay it on them very easy. But for the most part, everyone accepted me. I lost, like, one friend, but, like, she was a bitch anyway, so I didn't care. But, the only advice I can give to you is stay strong, be who you are, stay classy, be gorgeous. Bye.